Welcome to FireStar Tarot. Let's begin the journey of spirituality, insight, intuition, wisdom, and inner knowledge. Looking at life from a higher perspective. Mind-blowing creativity. The path to self. The universe is your playground.
Hello, Libra, and welcome to FireStar Tarot. I am Empress Egypt, and this is your reading, all right? So this is going to be an expansion or an expansive kind of reading, all right? So this is about self. This is the journey to self, okay, you guys? So yes, it is going to pertain to love and life, but it's going to be from a different kind of situation, okay? So instead of hearing something that you want to hear, this is going to be more of how to expand when it comes to self-love and, of course, the things around you and the things you're going through in life, okay? So a few things before we get started, you guys. I'm always a little bit nervous. I have notes all over the place because when I get nervous, I repeat words. So bear with me if you hear me like kind of judge myself a little bit in this video, but it's, again, constructive criticism towards myself, okay? But let's remember that energy is fluid, okay? So this can mean that when I speak of the energy, it can be in different situations and it's going to apply to each of you in a different way, okay? When I speak of masculine or feminine, I am referring to the energy within you, okay? The energy within all of us as individuals, we have masculine and feminine energy. So just remember, when I bring up a feminine energy or a masculine energy, I am not referring to male or female. I'm referring to the masculine side of you or the emotional feminine side of you, okay? Let's see. Also, time's irrelevant here. Yes, we are looking at a cycle, but for each of you, it's going to be different, Libra, okay? Some of you guys may be in step 1, some of you guys in step 4. So again, you're just going to have to kind of figure out where you're at in this cycle, okay? So there are 10 steps to every cycle, 1 through 10, and of course 10, 1 plus 0 is 1 again. So basically, it's the start and ending of cycles here. And so we're going to take a full look at your cycle, all right, Libra? So I am going to be laying down 10 cards. I am going to try to shorten the videos a little bit. They've been about an hour and a half long, and that is a kind of lengthy video. So again, I'm going to be trying to make it a little bit shorter for you, Libra. Let's see, pretty much no negativity here on my channel, okay? If you're negative in the comments, if you're negative down below, it will be deleted, it will be blocked, okay? Again, this is a healing channel. It's about self-therapy. So just understand that, okay? Let's see. Anything I don't go over the intro, I will put in the description box. You guys, I am live on Facebook as well as YouTube. You will know if you've caught this live because there will be a red live button in the top left-hand corner. If not, you guys, then you're watching it on replay. Hashtag replay for me if you guys are catching it on replay, just so I kind of know, all right? Let's see. Anything as far as anything that, again, I don't bring up in the description box. On Facebook, it's up above. On YouTube, it's down below, all right? Don't forget to give me a like, share, do all that good stuff if you enjoy this video. So again, this is about self-expansion, okay? So we're going to take a look at the cycle here. Now, before we get into the cycles, I need you guys to understand you're all going to be at different spaces, different steps throughout the process, okay? So just keep an open mind here when we talk about this, okay? When we look at every step in this cycle. So what this is going to really help you with is if you're confused, if you don't really know where you're going or where you're at, or even if you just don't know what step you're in, maybe if things in your life are repeating over and over again and you just, again, don't know how to get out of that stagnation, you can't see properly, you don't know how to change things in your life, this is going to be a good way to see the process step by step so that you can understand every cycle in your life is a plan. And if you don't prepare for it, then unfortunately, you're just going to be stuck in a repeat, right? Over and over, a replay, all right? So that was a mouthful. Whew. All right. This intro is over. So let's go ahead and get into this reading, Libra. So again, we're going to be laying down 10 cards, okay? up until this video, the way I was doing these readings is I was laying down the card and explaining each card. I'm going to go ahead and lay down all 10 cards before we do that. And then I'll explain it. It's a little bit easier, and I think it'll make the videos a little bit shorter, again, so that they're not an hour and a half long. Hopefully only 30 to 45 minutes. We shall see. My ass talks a lot, okay? And again, this is live. It's not edited, so you get what it is, all right? I do have kids, you guys. I do have 3 animals. I have 2 cats and a dog, so every now and then you might see them. I had to actually take down the candles in my videos because Lucky, my fat boy, he actually knocked over a candle. And not only that, but if I don't pay attention to the candles, they'll tend to melt everywhere. So I got rid of candles in my videos, you guys. I do apologize. So understand that I do set intentions and shuffle off camera, you guys, before, but I still shuffle on camera too, okay? All right, Libra, let's get into this reading and see what's going on. All right, so first off with the shuffle, we have the 7 of Cups as well as the Queen of Swords in reverse, all right? So I feel like for a lot of you Libras, you're really having some issues with just what love is. And I don't mean it like in that question, like you know what love is and you know what you want to feel like as far as love goes. But what I'm talking about is, you know, it's like you meet someone and you don't fully know them, but you take a risk. And then you have to kind of find out the hard way. They ghost you, they don't talk to you, or they cheat on you, they lie to you, whatever the situation is. All different situations for all different people, right? So the 7 of Cups energy is exactly that. It's not taking the time to have a methodical plan. It's not taking the time to think about your emotions, to think about the things you love. It's just kind of like being naive and taking a leap of faith, okay? So again, with this 7 of Cups energy, it's just a lot of illusions within what fills your cups of abundance, okay? So again, you may be grabbing a cup and you take a sip from it and you get bit by a snake. Or one cup may be halfway full, but you thought it was full. So again, different situations for each of you guys, but the energy is that there is a lot of issues within things because of a lack of plan, a lack of fully seeing the negatives and positives before you actually take a sip of that cup or even grab that cup, okay? We also have the Queen of Swords energy in the reverse. This is telling me there's a lack of clarity. There's some confusion going on, you know, maybe just not fully knowing which thought is correct and which thought isn't. Period, there's a lack of communication, okay? So it's important to understand when there's a lack of communication, you have to take responsibility for yourself first because you can't control anyone around you. You can only somewhat control yourself, okay? So you have to start being able to communicate in your own mind, even if people around you are not communicating with you or not communicating properly, okay? So again, we're going to show you the steps on how to actually create the plan so that you can kind of slowly start to get organized in your mind. That way, regardless of what goes on around you, you're good in here, you're good in here, and of course, your well-being is good, okay? So this is the journey to self, all right? Wow, we have the Queen of Wands and now the Queen of Swords still in this deck, okay? So because you're having issues here, you're going to have issues with creativity because if you can't think right, you're not going to be able to create right. It's just the way it works, right? From here, it comes into ideas, to creation, to exploration, experience, tradition, whatever you want to get into, right? It just starts here, okay? You have to get organized here, right? And then you can get organized in everything you do. But again, it's a plan, okay? All right, last shuffle, you guys. Whew, let's see what happens, all right? 10 of Swords in the reverse, as well as the Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck, okay? So again, you guys, doesn't matter if you're male or female. This is the feminine energy here, okay? Feminine energy is going to be more of your emotions, your feelings, your intimacy, you know, the lovey-dovey stuff, but also the stuff that may get you really mad or angry. That's going to be, you know, the feminine side of you. And on top of it, it's going to be how you think about these things. So I hope that helps you guys out. So when I speak of feminine energy here, I am referring to the feminine side of you, the emotions within you. And again, just the way you think about these emotions is not clear. It's not organized, okay? Yes, believe it or not, you guys, I don't care what anybody says. Love is a game, including the game with yourself, right? Loving yourself and understanding how to be clear and think about your emotions, okay? 10 of Swords is telling me that you guys do want to release the burdens. You do want to walk away. And I say burdens because even your thoughts can weigh you down, okay? This is not the 10 of Swords. This is not the 10 of Wands. This is the 10 of Swords. So this is still thoughts, period. A lot of thoughts in your head, Libra, that are creating a lot of issues in your life, okay? So again, we just have to kind of clean up and organize the thoughts. And of course, this cycle is going to be a prime example on how to do that, okay? So again, we're going to do cards 1 through 10. I will break down which each card represents after I lay them all down on the table. Hopefully we'll save some time that way, okay? I'm excited. So like I said, if you don't know where you're at in a cycle, once we have all cards laid down, you should be able to get a gist of where you're at in the steps within the cycle, okay? If you don't know anything about your cycle at all, again, this is going to lay down all 10 steps to a cycle so that you have a clear path of what you need to do within these cycles, okay? So again, for some of you guys, you're going to be in different spots, okay? If you don't have this plan in your head, you're going to hop around between spots. You're not going to know how to start, how to end. You're just going to be kind of in the 5s, in the 3s, in the 10s, back to the 1s, back to the 2. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be all over the place. So it's important to understand that this is a spread that I do for myself every morning. Anytime I have any issues, maybe an emotion I can't handle or a decision I can't make, I don't ask Spirit for the answers. I want to find the answers, but I do ask for guidance. And that's what my channel is about. I'm not here to tell you your future. I'm here to simply help you maybe become better as far as your emotions go, the way you think, the way you handle things, the way you complete things, okay? So with that being said, let's get into this, okay? I'm nervous. Are you guys nervous? All right, again, so we're going for 10 cards, and I'm going to get them to all lay down first. And then once all 10 cards come out, that's when I will start explaining everything to you. Whew. All right. I'm already channeling. I don't like to mention what I channel until I feel the time is right. Okay, you guys, that's just the way I work. So if I get quiet or I look like I have an ugly face, understand it's just what it is. All right. So we have 3 cards down. Let's get a few more. All right. We got 10 to go. Well, not 10 to go. We got 10 total. We got to get. All right. Don't forget, you guys, my comments are open too. So if you have any questions pertaining to the reading, okay, not personal questions, but anything that's going to benefit the collective, that's why I go live. That's why my chats are open. Right now, I don't get a whole lot of people that interact in the comments, so I'm able to keep up with the comments, but understand that in the future, I might have to get moderators just depending on the traffic flow in the comments so I can keep up with all you guys, okay? Sorry. Whew, my energy again. I do feel really drained, so I feel like a lot of you guys literally are on repeat here, okay? And so this is why I was drawn to say that in this intro. I feel like a lot of you guys are just stuck on repeat, not knowing how to end this cycle. So feeling very confused, and I feel like this is a lot of the weight in your mind, right? It's a lot of, what am I doing? Where am I going? I know I want this, but okay, I'm going to change. I'm going to do it. And then you try to do it, and it still fails. So again, it's this, you know what I'm saying? You're not, there's like no direction. There's no, you know what I'm saying? There's no clear path. Right? It's just that you see what you want and you're trying to find it instead of trying to create it, okay? Lots of energy, you guys. Lots of powerful energy here. We have 2 major arcana on the table already. Look, High Priestess in reverse. There's 3. Yeah. Whew. Divine's been with you. You've had a lot of synchronicities here, maybe even possibly dreams with things that could really be adding to all these thoughts that you have, Libra. But I feel like you've been getting signs, not like all the time, but you have a few times here where you've literally, something has happened and you were like, okay, I need to not do this, or I should do this, right? It doesn't matter if it's negative or positive. But I feel like for some reason you didn't do it. And so all of a sudden something plays out and you're like, dang it, I should have freaking listened to myself, right? This is why I'm seeing the High Priestess in reverse. I feel like some of you guys have been getting intuitive hits, and your ego or what you're focused on around you has stopped it. Does that make sense? Let's get 3 more cards, Spirit. 3 more cards, please. Man, Libra, you got a lot of stuff going on. I see you hopping around a lot. I really do. Let me explain it. 1 more card, Spirit, please. 1 more card. Okay. Yeah, I feel like it's like you make a decision and then you step back down on your decisions a lot, Libra. And it's really hard for you guys because as a Libra, it's like anytime you're not balanced, it's chaotic. Does that make sense? Because as a Libra, it's all about the scales. It's all about balance for you. So anytime you can't figure things out, anytime you can't calm situations, I feel like you go isolate. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a lot of, because you can't really fully figure out how to balance out your own thoughts, it creates an unbalancing all around you, right? Because it's one thing if it's already unbalanced around you, but as a Libra, you have to stay balanced within, you know? So I feel like because you haven't fully been able to figure out how to balance and actually, you know, get things done or figure out a resolution how to get things done, it's driving you insane. Spirit, let's get one more card, please. Card number 10, the completion. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So I want you to understand, Libra, that no matter what, you can manifest what it is that you want, okay? Spirit's saying it right here with the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You have the ability to create whatever it is that you're thinking about, okay? So keep that in mind as we go through the cycle. Now remember, again, I'm not talking past, present, or future. So for some of you guys, this cycle can have already happened. For some of you, this cycle is currently happening. And for others of you, this cycle, it hasn't happened yet, okay? But the point behind this cycle is the steps that are taken, okay? And so as the story unfolds, you're gonna really get a glimpse of where you're at in this cycle, because again, this cycle can repeat over and over again if you don't complete this cycle, right? And you can have multiple cycles in your life. So again, if you're feeling stagnant, if you're feeling like you're repeating the same cycles, we're gonna find out, right? We're gonna find out what's going on, and you, of course, will be able to figure out where you're at in this cycle, okay? All right, so step one is all about the raw energy, okay? You have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. King of Pentacles, sorry, I new deck, you guys. The King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, this is you not manifesting right now. So the raw energy that you have, doesn't matter if this card is upright or downright. This is the energy that God gives you to maneuver through this cycle, okay? Most people don't know the first step because a lot of people have, and again, you don't have to be religious to have a higher belief, right? You can believe in the universe, you can believe in aliens, you can believe in religion, you can believe in whatever it is that you want. I do recommend that if you do believe in religion, please research the religion. And I'm talking about actually research what it is that you take pride in or you believe in or feel. Again, it's a belief, but my point is that we have been conformed when it comes to religion. So be very, very careful what you are listening to, especially in churches and stuff like that. It's really scary, you guys. It really, really is. I know I don't mean to, judge anybody, and I'm not judging anybody. Trust me, I was baptized Catholic. My brother is Orthodox Jew. I have Jewish blood. I also have Spaniard blood. Dude, I'm a mutt. Anyways, I'm getting off track. My point is this is this power from, above. So if you do not believe in something, okay, whether this is universe, religion, whatever, if you don't have something to believe in, you're never going to be able to even have any direction in anything you do, because you need this energy, you need this raw power to be able to maneuver through your cycles. So if you don't find something to believe in, it's going to be very hard for you to get by in life. I know it sucks, but it's just how it works. If you ask anybody that you want to be like, maybe somebody who's successful with career or even love, if you ask them, I promise you they have had some form of a plan, okay, and some form of belief, okay? All right, so the raw energy is the King of Pentacles in reverse. Yes, it's in reverse, but it doesn't matter. The energy is the energy. It's the same energy here, Libra, that is grounding this whole reading, your power to manifest. This is what your raw energy is, okay? Yes, you're Libra, your zodiac sign, and this is sun, okay, you guys? So understand, when I do expansion readings, it is your sun sign. So if you are not a sun Libra, yes, this can still resonate for you. And if it does, let me know in the comments, because if so, I won't just say sun. But the sun is all about expansion. The sun is all about growth, right? Warmth, growth, expansion. So this is really going to play, really play into your sun sign, all right? So, sorry, you guys, mouthful again. So the thing is you're getting this raw energy from God. The raw energy from God is for you to be able to manifest things, okay? Unfortunately, in your first step, you don't understand this power. So guess what? You're not manifesting. See, the power is there. So it's up to you to either manifest or to not manifest. And of course, the way you think is going to play a huge part in this. So because your thoughts are in this concept of, do I deserve this? Am I going to get this? There's no manifestation because there's a lot of confusion in your head when it comes to your thoughts, okay? So again, regardless, the energy from God that you get to be able to maneuver through these cycles is the power to manifest. Right now, in the King of Pentacles, your masculine side of you, again, doesn't matter if you're male or female, the masculine side of you is not manifesting. The masculine side of you is trying to control everything, okay? So I do feel like definitely there's an unbalancing with you, Libra, clearly, okay? So you need to focus more on the logical side of things, okay? So yes, I know you're in your thoughts, but I feel like your emotions have consumed your thoughts here, all right? So you need to unbalance yourself a little bit, right? Because you're off balance. So for you to, you're already unbalanced, Libra. So for you to balance out your emotions with your logic is what you need to do, okay? Sorry, I hope that didn't confuse you guys. So again, and we saw this when we were shuffling the cards. So again, because of the way you're thinking over emotions, again, it's like you're not thinking enough with the emotions. It's like your emotions are all in your head, okay? You need to level it out, figure out where the emotions go and where the thoughts go, okay? And how to think about even the emotions and how to bring a little bit of those emotions into your thoughts, okay? Balancing everything out. That's what's happening with this raw energy. God's given you the power to manifest. And again, you're thinking about it in the wrong way. You're thinking of it in a negative way. Therefore, you're manifesting negative, okay? You're trying to hold on to people. You're trying to hold on to situations. You're trying to hold on to your money. You're trying to hold on to your job. You're trying to hold down your family or hold down your home, right? Some of you guys are single. Some of you guys are in relationships. And some of you guys are just, the complicated shit, right? That's this energy. Right? So there is a disconnect, okay? Step number 2 in any plan. So after you figure out what it is that God gives you for your cycle, right? Your energy that is going to really get you going in your cycles, okay? So once you understand that you have this power to manifest, okay? And once you truly believe in it, okay, because this is a belief here. So once you believe in this manifestation, this power to manifest, you have the Devil card, okay? The second card is all about decisions. Okay, what decisions are you going to make in life? Do you choose to hold on to your past? Do you choose to move forward? And even so, are you including yourself in your decisions that you make, right? So if you're holding on to someone from your past that you love deeply, are you including yourself in the situation? Are you including yourself in the decision making, or are you just making a choice and saying, this is what I decide in life? The most important thing about the second card, the number 2 placement, the second step that you're going to take in this cycle is that it's about the opposites, okay? So in order to make a decision, you have to have an option, right? Or 2 options, at least 2 options. For those of you guys who are trying to learn this, start with just 2 decisions. Don't try to do 5 or 6 decisions at one time, multiple decisions. If you can't even get a hold of your cycle, you got to take baby steps. Don't try to just, right? So with this decision making, it's 2 decisions. Always include yourself in the decision making. So if you're holding on to someone from your past, or if it's a job that you've lost that you're like, I just can't stop thinking about it and it's got me down, right? Whatever this decision is that you keep holding on to, the opposite decision has to be yourself. What are you going to do for yourself? Is it making it good for you? What is it, what are the negatives and positives about this thing when it comes to me? And then vice versa. What are the negatives and positives about this thing when it comes to this, right? You have to look at all perspectives of the decisions. You have to do your research on both the decisions. You can't just make a decision because it's what you want. That's not how it works. I get it. We love people. We hold on to people. We hold on to materialistic things, jobs, cars, homes. This is why it's so hard when we lose them, because they're all we have. This is why it's important to understand where that raw energy comes from, so that no matter what, when you lose everything, you still have wealth in here. This shit around you can change like seasons, and it doesn't matter. You're good with a smile on your face. This is the decision making that is taking place, okay? So the decision, of course, all of you guys are going to have different decisions. But regardless, I want you to understand that your decision making is an addiction. I don't feel like you're really making a decision, Libra, okay? And as someone who can balance out the scales, this should be easier for you than most others, okay? So take it as a blessing in a way. Because again, things that aren't balanced for you feel uncomfortable. So there's your sign. Anytime you're feeling uncomfortable, you'll know, okay, I need to make a decision here. What's the decision? I need to look for it. What's going on, all right? So the decisions you need to make are your addiction. So I feel like what happens here, and again, it doesn't matter if it's in the upright or in the reverse, this is telling me that you have addictions, okay? So I'm not saying that you're addicted to drugs or you're addicted to alcohol. The madness in your head and the thoughts, you could be addicted to your own thoughts, right? You could be addicted to ego. You could be addicted to your emotions, and your emotions get the best of you. You can also be addicted to drugs, to coffee, to cigarettes, to weed, to name it, right? It goes on and on. You can be addicted to people. You can also be addicted to anything that is tangible in the earthly possession, right? In the earthly world. So this is what makes it hard, right? But ultimately, you need to make a decision and figure out, okay, am I going to keep being stuck on things that do not expand me as a person? Am I going to stay holding on to things that don't benefit? It's not if it feels good. Dude, most of the things that are addicting are the most satisfying shit ever. Think about heroin addicts. Heroin is an amazing drug. I've never taken it, but I can assume, right? I've done other drugs that are very similar to heroin, but again, I'm not that way anymore, you guys. I'm getting off track. My point is that you have to really understand that, yes, some things that you love are the worst things for you, okay? People, places, and things. Put where you need to, what you need to in there, right? So the decision you need to make comes to the things that are holding on to you or have a hold on you that is not expanding or growing you as a person. So if you feel stagnant, if you feel like you're repeating the same cycles over and over again, it has to do with your addictions. It has to, again, it doesn't have to be a physical addiction. This can be an emotional addiction. This can be a mental addiction, okay? We'll clarify in the extended, you guys. I will be doing an extended. All my extendeds are $5. All the clarifying will be done in the extended, okay? I'm still going to give you the steps. You're still going to understand here, but actually finding out the addictions, what is your exact addiction, again, it's going to be all in the extended, okay? But regardless, it doesn't matter. Again, you can have multiple addictions, okay? The point is that you need to start looking at everything in a negative and positive light, not just in the positive mindset, okay? So again, the things that you want to hold on to because they feel good, you need to look at the things that don't make you feel good in it, okay? Just balance it out a little bit. So we do know here that the raw energy from God is the power to manifest for you, okay? So this is how you start your cycle, right? The first step you take is your decisions, right? The choices you need to make. What are you going to do first? Are you going to hold on to these addictions, or are you going to choose to move forward? Okay. Are you going to release these addictions, or are you going to hold on to them? Okay. The third step in this process is the King of Cups in reverse. Again, it doesn't really matter if it's up or down. What this is telling me is this is a love that's gone. This is the masculine side of you not having emotions. Maybe even possibly someone in your outer realm, a love, the King of Cups that you don't have, King of Cups that you may have, but he's not really acting like the King of Cups, or she's not acting like the masculine, whatever. Again, male or female doesn't matter. It's the energy of wanting this love and feeling like you don't have love, okay? The threes, this is what's important to understand about the threes, though. The threes are all about your experience, okay? What it is that you're actually going through, the emotions of it, okay? Your emotions here. Again, the lack of emotions, not having emotions from someone else, having emotions for someone else, period. It's this absence of. So when I see this card, it doesn't matter if it's you or the person you're thinking of. The fact is there's an absence of love, period. Okay. Of course, you're more important than the other person, but it doesn't matter. The fact is it's not here. Okay. And if it is here, there's a disconnect with it, period. All right. But the threes is all about experience. This is where you proceed from the decision, right? So you make your decision to kick codependency. You know what I'm saying? You kick the addiction of alcohol, right? You kick the addiction of the way you think or the way you feel or whatever it is that has that hold on you, okay? So in order to kick the addiction, now you have to actually experience what it's like without it or with it, right? Depending on the decision you make. So once you experience this is where you're really going to grow. This is the experience itself, the heartache, the loss, the deceit, the betrayal. When you're asking yourself, why am I going through this, right? Why do I not have love? Why do I not have success? Why do I feel this way? Okay, that's the depression part of it right here, okay? But this is the experience. This is the growth, okay? So from here we go on to step 4. Step 4 is the Empress in reverse, okay? Interesting enough, though, the Empress is still here. So the energy is still here. You are still the Empress. You just don't know it. Or the Emperor if you're male. You know, take what you need to. Don't make shit fit, but take it how it resonates, okay? The Fours is all about stability. It's all about creating the foundation. It's about creating the beam, the structure, the actual shit that's going to hold down your home, right? Not the siding that can blow off, not the windows that can break, but the actual foundation, the cement foundation, right? Or the four walls, whatever. The main thing with this is, before I even explain it, you have to ask, this is the question you need to ask yourself when you're in this state. After you've gone through the pain and the experience and you're getting tired of it, and you know you want change, you've already made the decision to change, it's just that the emotions of it, the experience of it, it's kind of one of those things where you're like, you know, is this everything I want? When you're asking yourself the question, is this what I want in life? Is this where I want to be? Is this how I want to live my life? That's what the Fours are about. Do you want to live your life as the Empress in reverse? Not being the Queen of Queens or the King of Kings, not knowing how to think properly, to feel properly, to create properly, or even manifest properly? Do you want to always be without new creation, just in the same cycle over and over again? Or are you ready to expand? This is the question you have to ask yourself in the Four state, because again, the Four state is the stability. So after you go through the experience of things, the experience of the loss of pain, heartache, sadness, grief, and you move into this energy of, okay, is this what I want? This is where the stability comes in. This is where you start building your foundation. So it takes these steps to get to this point. Most people feel this, and then they start hopping around because they don't know where to go from there. They just stay in the experience of it instead of fully completing their cycle, right? So now you start asking yourself, is this what I want? This is where you start to actually create the consistency and the stability in your own mind, in your own body, right? Because you know that you're in the Empress in reverse, or in the male case, the Emperor in the reverse, you know, and you know that that's not what you want. You want to be in the upright. You want to feel confident. You want to manifest. You want to create. You want to be intimate. You want to have love, solo or in union, right? You just want to be in a good state. This is your stability, okay? This is where a lot of the fixation comes in. So, and some people actually confuse these states a lot, because I will tell you they're very similar. The 3s and 4s are very similar in the concept of, the 3s is about going through the experience, like actually experiencing it from whatever decision you chose to make, you know, experiencing it, whether this is with someone or without someone, taking the job or not taking the job, the actual experience where you're going to learn if you really like it or if you don't. That's this fixation state now, because now it's, okay, all this shit happened. Now I'm just sitting here like twiddling my thumbs. What do I do? It's stagnation. It's sitting there. It's like sitting in a doctor's office and waiting, right? It's just waiting. And when you're waiting in that doctor's office, you're sitting there just thinking about how that appointment's going to be, right? That's this energy. You're stagnant, but you're fixated. Therefore, you're almost perfecting your experience that you just went through without having the perfection in the experience. Does that make sense? So even though you went through the pain, the heartache, and all this shit, you're still seeing that, okay, I'm sitting here thinking about it. I wanted it. I made this decision. And look, I'm in a worse position than where I was at. Or I'm in a great position compared to where I was at. Of course, different strokes for different folks. But I think you get what I'm saying. This is creating your foundation. This is creating your walls. This is creating your protection. But at the same time, planting your feet firmly in the ground. Knowing where you're at and being prepared. Okay? What are you being prepared for? The 5s, the challenges, the conflict, the battle, right? Now, yes, you have an amazing card in your 5s, which is awesome, because it's this energy of Libra, no matter what, you're willing to fight. And even if you don't know what you're fighting for, you're going to go fight. Not because you're a fighter, but because you want to experience, you want to taste life, you want to explore, you want to be adventurous, right? Page of Wands, you want to communicate with people about these things, meaning you are one of those people that you want to have fun, live life with people. If it includes love, it includes loves. Yes, that's what you want. But you know what I'm saying? You're just in this energy of you're willing to go and be creative when it comes to this war and this conflict and this fight, right? But also, too, it's important to understand that the 5s are really taking a step back, okay? So it's this taking a step back to the fours, okay, and being fixated again. But this is this excitement, and this excitement to communicate the things that you want and the things that you need. This is your fight. You're fighting for your freedom. You're fighting for your liberation. You're fighting for, this victory of just really being excited, right? Not being in this feeling alone, or in this separation, or in this sadness and this grief. Not feeling like the Empress in reverse, but feeling like you can do this energy, okay? But what's important to understand about the fives is, again, usually this is the challenges and the conflict. So what this is telling me that in those moments where you're wanting to just live life and be creative with others, there's actually conflicts in this. There's actually issues within this. This is the most challenging point in your life, because I feel like, again, if we go back to the first very steps of you having the power to manifest, but you being addicted to things that make you feel good, this is that feel good feeling, okay? So this is where your conflicts are coming from. Yes, this is a great card. This is a great energy. But if you don't know the steps that you need to and why you have this energy is pointless, because, again, you're only experiencing and exploring in a 5 stage in your conflicts, right? So at least here you understand, okay, so my conflicts lie in the moments where I'm really happy. Well, Empress Egypt, what the fuck do you mean by that? Okay, well, I'm going to explain it. So you have to take a step back before you can actually come forward, okay? Because this is that hump, right? This is like Wednesday, the day of the week, right? The middle day of the week. This is that dragging ass energy, okay? It's that I don't want to do it. I don't want to wake up. And yes, you're excited about it, right? Which is kind of weird, because you're different from the other readings in that one concept, because this is your addiction. Your addiction is being naive. Your addiction is taking a leap of faith. So yes, this is what's gotten you in trouble, and this is what becomes addiction, right? This is where you can't release things. You become codependent on these things, because, again, these things make you feel like this, right? That's your battle. The things that make you feel like this can be your addictions. It's not saying that everything that makes you feel like this is an addiction. It's saying that you're not thinking about this being a battle for you. So you're not understanding that every time you feel like this, there's a 50-50 chance, or maybe your numbers are different, that this can be negative or positive. All right. So this is your conflict. This is your battle. Okay. All right. So yes, we're taking a step back here. So now what happens is you go back to the fixation again. Now you're double thinking about everything. You're like, shit, do I really want this? Is this what I want? And then it's like, you had already made the decision. So again, whether this was, the right decision or wrong decision, which no decision is really wrong, because you have to go through the experience and the battles to really figure out what it is that you want. But again, you take this step back and you become fixated again. You think about everything again, the power you were given, your codependency here, the lack of love, you want to feel like that Empress in the upright, and you're not in the Empress in the upright. So then again, it goes back, and now you jump forward. But before you jump forward to the 6s, right? This is the starting over. This is the wiping the slate clean to an extent, okay? Because it's still here in the back of your mind. It's just that you use the experience to fight for what it is that is your issue, right? Your conflict. So now you come into the 6s, starting over, okay? You're liberated again. You're feeling great. The Queen of Wands energy. You're taking action. You're creating. You're being just ambitious and driven. And you're like, you know what? I've got this. And again, this can be masculine too, right? This can be a male too. This is just saying that this is the creative side of you, the intimate side of you. You're willing to jump in, maybe find love again, maybe start a new job, start a new career. This is the excitement. This is owning that energy of, I got this. I can be a queen. I can be victorious. I can use everything I've gotten into. So this is the recharge, okay? This is where all the energy that was taken out here, or whatever energy you allowed to be taken from you here, okay? I compare this a lot to the recharging your battery, okay? Every person, it's like you get a full 100%, battery when you charge up. Your charge up was here, and your charge up is here, okay? Understand that. So your first charge comes from God. Your next charge comes from you being liberated over the experience, right? Or what it is that you want, your conflicts, what it is that you've been fixated on, okay? So this is your recharge. But what's important to understand with this is, like I said, these people around you, this influence around you, these people, places, and things around you that have you feeling like you have to hold on to them is going to be your fuel to recharge your battery, okay? Because these people took from you. So you get tired of feeling like that, having people treat you certain ways, or your experiences make you feel some type of way. So again, you use that to recharge your battery. This is recharging your battery, okay? So again, you have this energy of just owning shit, right? Being the person that you need to be to take action and to win when it comes to your creations, okay? So then we have the High Priestess in reverse when it comes to number 7. Number 7 is all about the problems, the fears, the challenges, and the issues, okay? It's right under the number 2 for a reason. So 7 is the shadow work. And you guys know me, I do a lot of shadow work readings, okay? So the way this card lines up, the High Priestess is under the number 2, the decision that was made, okay? So I do feel like because of these decisions that you're not making, I feel like you're not really making decisions here. Or if you're making decisions, you're making decisions because it makes you feel like this. And because you're not fully looking at every possibility of this adventure that you're getting excited to take, it ends up becoming not manifested in a proper way because you're not fully seeing everything. So that's why I say you have this hold. The devil has a hold on you, not really the devil, but your own thoughts have a hold on you. As you can see in this card, the devil card, he's a puppet of himself, right? He's his own puppet master here. You know what I mean? So again, the shadow work is going to come from these addictions. It's going to come from the things that are holding you, okay? And so this is telling me that a lot of your problems and fears is your intuition. You don't know when to trust your intuition and when not to, okay? So a lot of the reason you're taking these jumps and not fully understanding where to go is because of these codependency issues, because of these addictions, because you're not trusting your intuition. So as far as the shadow work that you need to do, Libra, you need to really focus on, again, when you're trusting your intuition and when you're not. In this case, you're not trusting your intuition here with the High Priestess in reverse, okay? So also, it's important with the 7s to understand this is what you have to lose to actually gain what it is that you want. So I feel like, honestly, you've lost your intuition, okay? Maybe you're trying to find when your intuition, remember, like I told you guys in the beginning with the message, I was channeling thoughts, and thoughts that I had were this energy of, again, you were getting signs and then you wouldn't follow that sign, and then something would happen, and then you'd be like, oh man, I should have trusted my intuition. That's what I'm saying here. That's what this shadow work is. The shadow work that needs to be done with you, Libra, has to do with you not trusting your intuition here. But you also have to lose this intuition, which is what you did. This is why you went through it, so that you could gain what it is that you really wanted. Make sense? Okay. All right. So step number 8 here. Step number 8 is the movement, and this is fast movement. Okay. So this is where you're literally reevaluating. You're quickly running through everything that you've already gone through and just really thinking about things because you're ending your cycle. So again, this is this really, really fast, like, look over. Okay. Kind of like the 4s here, just kind of looking back on everything. All right. And it's fast. It's not slow and stagnated like this 4 here. It's fast. Very, very fast action, okay? This is where a lot of, like, the grasping for opportunities, right? The, what can I take? I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna take this because I want these things, right? Grasping, like really reaching for opportunities, okay? Because of this experience not giving you the opportunities that you wanted, right? And so it's this maybe out of nowhere feeling really rushed to figure out what it is that you need to do or grab something or whatever opportunities thrown your way, you're like really grasping for it, okay? And what is that for you? This is this no love, right? This Ace of Cups in reverse, not having love. And it lines up right under the King of Cups, you guys, okay? So again, because there's a lack of love, period. Doesn't matter if it's you or someone else. This energy is really, really making you think about everything again. It's making you go back through, because at this point, you still don't have love, okay? At this point, this is why you're questioning, how come I can't get over this shit? Why am I still in this cycle, right? Why am I still going through these things? Well, because you still don't have this love. So it's making you look back at everything and say, man, where did I turn wrong? Where did I go wrong? Remember, you got to go back to the very beginning with this decision that was made. Okay. I feel like a lot of you guys are just kind of hopping over the decision that needs to be made, and you're trying to maneuver in this cycle and it's not working. Again, you're bouncing everywhere. Okay. So let's go ahead and move to number 9. Number 9 is the completeness. Okay. The completeness, you want the Queen of Pentacles. You want to manifest, right? Crazy thing is you don't realize it, but your power was to manifest, right? Bottom of the deck. The energy, the raw energy was the manifestation, even though you're not manifesting, right? So ironically, the completion here is you start to learn how to manifest. You start to learn how your decisions and what your decisions manifest to. This card in the upright, yes, it's a great card, but you can still manifest shit. You can still manifest, the same kind of relationship or the same kind of job that doesn't really, fulfill you 100%. That's this energy of you manifesting, you wanting to be complete, you being happy with the things that you're manifesting. Not even with the things that you're manifesting, but with how you're manifesting, right? I don't want to say the things you're manifesting, because nobody, especially if you're in this sadness and you don't have love, you're not going to be happy with what you've manifested. And a lot of people don't take responsibility for their own actions and for their own thoughts, right? And for their own ways of doing things. They tend to want to put the blame on everyone around them. It happens with me all the time, right? It's like, it's so hard to just say, okay, you know what? This was me. I'm thinking this way. I got to think a different way, right? I got to look at this a different way, because the way I've been looking at it's not working, right? So your completeness, your content with the Four of Pentacles, okay? The holding on to things, right? The literally holding on to things. I said Queen of Pentacles over and over again. I didn't mean to say Queen of Pentacles. I meant to say Four of Pentacles, right? Remember what I was talking about with your addictions, the things you're holding on to? Well, guess what this card is, you guys? This card is the Four of Pentacles. It's the things you're holding on to. See how she's holding on to her purse? See how she's holding on to her pentacles? What it is that she loves, it's in her purse, right? You know how a woman is with their purse? It's theirs. Don't you look in their purse. It's a private place, right? It's got everything. Purses have makeup, money, jewelry, medicine if you need it, Band-Aids if you have kids, maybe even snacks. You know what I'm saying? The purse is a powerful place, right? That's what she's holding on to. She's holding on to her belongings, but she's holding them tight. So this is your completeness. Your completeness, interesting enough, is your addictions. Does that make sense, Libra? This is why there's issues with your cycle, okay? Card number 10. It's important to understand with this last card that 1 plus 0 is 1. It's the starting over again, okay? You have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles energy is this equal give and take. So I do know that ultimately, and I'm getting the strong energy just because of the King of Cups and the Ace of Cups, this is love, right? You not having love, and this is all you want, is that equal give and take. But it's important to understand that this equal give and take starts with you first, right? If you don't equally give and take with yourself, you're not going to equally be given or taken with, right? So number 10 is all about the completion, right? What have you completed in this cycle? You've completed that you understand what this equal give and take is, okay? So you're starting over now your new cycle with this Six of Pentacles, right? The equal give and take, knowing that what you put in, you didn't get back here when it came to emotions, right? The things that you held on to didn't manifest in the way that you wanted it to, right? Because there wasn't an equal give and take in this cycle. So by the end of this cycle, you really grasp on to the fact of what is equal give and take, right? This is what you end up learning from this cycle. You understand, okay, look, I deserve to have what it is that I gave, right? The things I held on to didn't give me love. The things I held on to really tightly had me feeling like the Empress in reverse. And I loved these things. These things, it's this energy of the things you held on to, just like her holding on here in her purse. The things you held on to is what really created this energy and these addictions, right? So after going through this whole cycle, now you know. Now you know by this that when you gave your all, you didn't get anything back. So now you know that you need to equally find this 50-50, this equal give and take with you, therefore with everyone else. All right? All right, Libra, so that's all I've got for you. Let's see this last little bit. Yeah, this is pretty good. 50 minutes, not too bad. All right, you guys? All right, Libra, so that's all I've got for you in this expanded reading. In the extended, we are going to be diving deep. We're going to be clarifying all of these cards, okay? We're going to find out exactly what it is that you're not manifesting, what exactly it is that you are controlling and holding on to. We're going to be looking at exactly who this King of Cups is and why this Ace of Cups and the Queen of Wands is here. We'll probably tap into the other ones as well, but we won't dive into the other ones as deep as we are these other ones. So for those of you guys who are going to be purchasing the extended, I will see you guys there. Remember, you guys, the extendeds are $5. All you have to do is send me the $5 to the PayPal link down below, and also send me an email and say, hey, Empress Egypt, I just purchased the Libra extended. Make sure you guys mention the extended, okay? The Libra, all right? Make sure you mention your zodiac sign. If you guys are interested in booking a personal reading with me, same thing, email me and I will send you over a price list. Yeah, don't forget to, if you want to donate to my channel, PayPal link is down below. Donations are always greatly appreciated. I do put it back into the channel in some way, shape, or form, whether it's tarot cards, camera, whatever, right? So with that being said, you guys, I love you. Stay blessed. Blessed be. Hopefully this helped you in some way, shape, or form, all right? See you guys later. Bye.